Our employees are exposed to hazards every day. Quite frequently, because of that complacency and the time that they've been in the workspace, they start to not see some of those hazards.
We identify this hazard that's been there for a long period of time, and we've kind of frustrated by the fact that why didn't we see this before? Why didn't we identify that hazard with all of the processes that we have and focus we have around safety?
You can walk by something and not recognize it as a safety hazard because you've seen it so many times before.
And because of that type of complacency that we have, we've got to come up with new creative ways to identify hazards that are introduced in the workplace.
Well, the visual literacy training gave us a way to actually go and see those hazards.
They gave us tools on how to manage our visual biases. You want to be objective, not subjective.
Part of that is you have to see the hazards. So in that kind of a structured environment, giving people a structured approach to observe the task versus just what your eye is drawn to and the biases that say, I'm going to watch where the hands are and not where the elbow is going to go because I'm not looking at the space, but I'm looking at the action. I think that opens up some opportunity for us to be better at doing our job assessments.
Applying something that was really targeted initially towards the art world and being able to appreciate art better, to be able to apply that to something completely kind of different inside of safety is really kind of a concept that our team has really embraced very quickly.
As a safety professional, like visual literacy, I'm going to go get safety training from the art museum. Somehow that just didn't process.
So we took a group of employees from DT that ranged anywhere from our vice president of fossil generation all the way down to some of our frontline workers. And it was an eye-opening experience for everybody that participated in that workshop.
Our team has really embraced very quickly, and I think it really caught people's attention because it's different than some of the other training that they've been through, and with some of the exercises that we go through that really kind of maintains that interest, and it's actually a fairly easy concept for people to grasp.
It resonates with people well, especially when you start talking about things like color and shape. There's something very early on in our development, I think, that it connects to. But when we start to say, how do you apply it to the workplace, that's when the ears perk up. And that's our opportunity to try and drive some change.
An example that we applied visual literacy is up in the coal plant, one of our coal plants. We have an area that's underneath our precip hoppers, and we just took a still photo of that and we applied the different tools. And some of the things that we identified, we have a vac line in place that is actually at a weird angle, and it's right in the middle of the walkway. And it's been there forever, but because of applying the different concepts and tools that we learned in the workshop, we were able to pick up on that hazard.
It's been there, it's kind of part of the background, and they just don't even really see it anymore because they experience it so much. They now know why that happens, and so why they're not seeing things because they've experienced it so often. It just, again, is part of the background. And so the tools offer them a way to get past that.
When they explained everything, immediately I started to make connections. Oh, this is how I can use this in safety. Oh, this is how this can apply.
It didn't even occur to me that something from the art world would be, would have tools that I could apply in the safety world. So it's been pretty eye-opening.
We train our workers to do their tasks every day. The one thing that we don't train them to do is how do we see what's in front of us? And I think through the Toledo Museum of Art and through the visual literacy concepts, they've introduced us to some of those concepts.
Like I don't see things the way I used to. I'm telling you now, once you go through this course, you will never see things the same anymore. Forget it. That's not going to happen. It's going to change how you view things visually forever.